everybody, my name is Mars, you can call me MG if you would like, and I'm gonna need you to ignore the background for this video. It is technically a spoiler for a future video, but I didn't think about that when I was filming it. It might be tomorrow's video, I don't actually remember the order of my uploads this month. Anyway, that is neither here nor there. What is here is the Somber Honey 2026 Reading Challenge! Woo! If you didn't know, I host a reading challenge every year. This past year in 2025, it was a bingo board. That was a bit much. We are going to go back to the one prompt per month format, and this upcoming year is going to be all about series. I am in the middle of way too many series, and I need to fix that. So I am dragging all of you along with me, and we're going to read series in 2026, and each prompt for each month applies to different series. So let's just start with January and see what the prompts are. The prompt for January is to reread the first book in a series that you never continued on with, in the hopes that you then continue on with it, but that's not part of it. All you have to do is reread the first book. February's prompt is to read from a series that's in your favorite genre. It could be your all-time favorite, it could be a recent favorite genre, it could be your favorite subgenre, or just anything from the overarching genre. How many times am I gonna say genre? Apparently one more. In March, the prompt is to have a friend pick a series for you to continue reading. And in April, you will be reading a book from a long series. I am classifying this as a series with 8 or more books. If you don't have any series that you're in the middle of that have 8 or more books in them, just go with the longest series that you have. The prompt for May is to read a book from a series that started publishing 10 or more years ago, so the first book has to come out in 2016 or earlier. June's prompt is very simple. Just read a middle book in a series. It could be 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, as long as it's not book 1 and it's not the last book. In July, I want you to read from a series of books that aren't novels. So it could be a series of novellas, it could be manga or graphic novels, it could be poetry, anything that isn't a standard novel. For August, the prompt is to continue a series that you own at least part of. And September's prompt is to read the most recent release of a book series. I personally am not going to count a final book in a series if it's the most recent release. I'm just going to do it if it's an ongoing series and there will be more releases in the future, but it's up to you if you want to consider series finales as the most recent release, because technically I guess that would be a recent release if it came out recently. In October, I want you to continue an intimidating series, whatever that means to you. And in November, you can read a book from a short series, so either a duology or a trilogy. And finally, we have December, and we are going to finish out the year strong by finishing a series that you started in 2026. I know, I said that I've got a million series I'm already in the middle of, but I know I'm going to be starting more in December, and I don't want them to linger. The ones that are already lingering can linger a little bit more, but we're going to finish the series that we start in a timely manner. At least, I hope so. So those are all of the prompts for the 2026 Somber Honey Reading Challenge. Let me know if you guys are excited. I know that I am. I am pulling out all the stops and giving myself a million ways to continue reading series next year, because it really has just gotten out of control, but we're going to try and get it back under control by this time next year. So we have now come to the end of the video. If you've enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone.